back to Carrville Creations with Dawn. Today we are going to be upcycling this little, it's actually a little pottery type thing that I got at Dollar Tree. I want to show you that you can upcycle this. We've got some molds we're going to use. I say molds. I've poured resin, got some things on here. We're going to completely make this over and make it look different. With that being said, let's get to it. All right, everybody. The first thing we're going to do is we are going to paint over this. I'm going to paint it. These are raised. These letters on here are raised. So what I'm going to try to do is I may scuff over those to make them pop back out. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to paint this with some black chalk paint. You know, that's my go-to. Because we're going to do the crackle on this too, like we always do. Because I want it to look farmhouse as usual. So we're going to do this. We're going to get this first coat on here. We got to give the second coat something to stick to, and I want that dark color on the bottom. I'm going to paint the inside and out of this. I think, yeah, we're going to paint the inside of it too. Well, I just got that all over me, but that's okay. Crafting is not clean. Nope. It is not clean, so that's all right. Put a little bit more on here. I'll paint the inside last so that we can dry it first, so we can hold it. You want to make sure you cover it because I'm going to put this in my booth to sell. So I want it to look really finished and nice. All right, now that we got that painted, I'm going to dry it. Let's go and get this dried. Since we've got that dried now, what we're going to do now is we're going to figure out what we want to put on here. I got a little paint on that. That's okay, though. We're going to paint over it anyway. I think I'm going to put the hummingbird right here because I want to paint this hummingbird the same color I'm going to paint this. So what I'm going to do is I want his feathers to kind of hang off a little bit right there. So I'm going to glue this here. However, I'm going to use hot glue, but I'm also going to use some E6000 so that we make sure it stays on there, okay? So we're just going to see what part's going to stick. The head will stick, and the body will stick for sure. So let's do this. This. That's probably a little bit too much, but you know what? We know it'll stay. And then let's put a little bit of hot glue around this to get that instant hold. And then let's put it on here. I'm gonna wipe a little bit of that glue that's coming on there off. I don't really want it all seeping out. It dries clear, but you know. All right. Got that on there. Okay, we got that on there. And then on this other side, I'm going to put, see, there's the bird. We're going to put this dragonfly right here. We're going to do the same thing, except I'm going to try not to get as much on here because it'll hold good. Let's make sure got it. put a little hot glue to get that instant hold. And then we're going to stick this down just like this. This is going to give a whole new look to this once we get everything painted. Over here on this side that I just saw I missed. Try that really quick. All right, so we got the bird on there. We've got this. I've got a couple extra little things that I could put on here. I don't know. I probably could heat this and put it. Let me see if I can heat this up. You can heat this up and it'll heat it up and it'll bend for you. This is casting resin. And if you heat it up, it'll bend a little bit for you. So let's see if we can get it to bend. Almost. A little bit more. All right. Since we've got this here, we've got that there. I'm going to add this ladybug right here. I'm just going to add this one right here. It won't take a lot to make this one stick. Just put a little bit of hot glue right here beside it. And it'll stick on there. That way we have kind of two things on each side. Because that's all I demolded today. All right. All right, so now what we're going to do is we are going to, let me wipe some of this paint up that I have just made a mess with. We are going to just start painting this the light color. Actually, I'm sorry. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the glue on it. Actually, I don't know. I may scuff it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's just go ahead and paint this. And if I want to make it look distressed, I can do that with some wax. All right, so we're going to mix this up a little bit because this is getting old. And I'm using everything I have right now. So let's just get this color on here. And I'll tell you another secret. You can add some salt mix, or you can add some baking soda to your paint and give it some, where you can have a texture. That would be really good to do on this to give it a lot of texture. I may try that on another one when I do it. Trying to get underneath here. All right. Get all around those leaves right here. I've gotten to where I love these molds. And working with the resin. I'm going to put some little flowers in this when I sell it so that it'll have something in it and look really cute. I'm going to leave that bottom alone right now so that I can get this top finished for the sake of the video time. All right. All right, let's get that dried really quick. This is an awkward piece to do too, to try to hold. Okay. All right, and I'm going to see how this looks with this black that I just painted that with earlier and kind of get that detail in these leaves. Oh yeah, that looks really good. That's exactly what I was picturing it to look like. So let me get this dry right here. Ain't all the way dry. Let's go right here, right over this outside of this dragonfly right here. I like that. All right, now let's go over this bird. You want to go against the grain on its feathers so that you touch the high point, see? And like I said, you could paint this really bright and make it like a little spring piece, bright piece. You don't have to do it exactly like I do it. I'm here to give you the idea. And then we got the little ladybug. You could do the ladybug in red, but that wouldn't match my little thing right now. I'm going to wipe a little bit of this off. Wipe it back just a tad. There we go. All right, let's try this paint. All right, I'm going to get a piece of sandpaper and I'm going to go over those letters just a little bit because I really want them to pop back out. I could even kind of. Okay, so now that we've got that done, we're going to make a bouquet to put down in this. Let me show you how I'm going to do that. This is just some sheet foam. And we're going to put this foam down in here. We should put it like this, maybe so. We're going to put it like that. And I may need a couple more blocks. I do believe I'm going to. 1 second. I'm going to put that other block right here. I think I can probably cut this one and fit it down. That way it's tight. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cover this with moss, okay? Because you want it to look really nice. So we're going to cover this with moss. It's just going to give us a little base here. This stuff is messy. We're going to hot glue this moss on here, so don't take much. Just kind of spread it out on there really quick. Like that. Just be careful and don't burn yourself if you're doing this. All right. And we may put some more in. It's just going to depend on how many flowers I use. I've got a couple bunches of flowers that I purchased at our discount store. And what I'm going to do, go right below this. If I can get these cutters to cut. I need some more. All right, so let's start in the middle. And I'm just gonna stick that in there like that, okay? And let's see, we're gonna cut another one because we want everything to be even. We want everything to be even in here, so. I need some new clippers, y'all, because these are not cutting like they should. Okay. We're going to clip this one over to the side like this and stick that in there. Just like that. And I'm going to use this last one on here. It's not going to cut it. I got to get me some more clippers. There they go. I think I hit it just right. This one's going to be kind of right here. All right. Then I've got some of this greenery. It looks a little bit different. We're going to put that in here. I like that. It looks farmhouse to me. I love it. Now, this just cut a while ago. I must have hit it just right. Really not sure why sometimes it's working and sometimes it's not. It's probably the operator, y'all. All right, let's see. Here we go. We're going to put this right here. Figure this would be cute sitting on somebody's mantle, on their porch, you know, something like that. Okay. Put this one right here. Okay. All right. Now these I'm going to cut. There's more of these. I really, really, really want these to show up. So. All right. So we're going to cut this one right here. We're going to stick down in there. We're going to stick one over in here. I really love these. I don't know what they're called. I just know that I like them. I don't know the name of them. It just says floral stem. But I really, 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 really like them. So let's cut this one right here. Stick it. The biggest thing is you want balance. When you're doing an arrangement, you truly want balance. You don't want it all to be on one side, but you don't want to overwhelm it. You just really, really, really want to make sure that you have balance. And you don't want to put too much, but you also don't want it to look bare. I'm going to put this one back here. To be honest with you, I'm kind of liking how that looks. I really, really, really like how this looks. All right, we're going to stuff some more moss down in these sides to make this where it doesn't look bare. And you don't want that green to show. So we've got this here. This side looks fine. I know that I need some more on that side. So I'm going to put some more over here. Kind of put it down in there where you can't see that. You don't want to wrap it around anything. You kind of want it to look natural. I don't even mind that hanging over just a tad, to be honest. All right, we're going to cram some in here where that covers that up. And then we're going to get a tad bit more. And we are going to do this. And I forgot to show y'all one of the most important things. I have these little feet that I'm going to put on here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue those right on that side. There'll be 4 of them. And that's going to lift this up a little bit. I see a little bald spot. I don't want it to look. I think I need to add a couple more of these sprigs. Let's do... Let's do this one right here. It'll be just enough. Another one on this side. And I should have done those legs before I put all this in there, but I completely forgot about the legs until I just saw them. But I will have after pictures where y'all can look. And there we go. That is really cute. It is really updated and it is really stylish.